This is PlayStation Plus or Minus for May 2018, and this time we are looking at the first PS4 free game for this month, 2013's Rayman Legends, the game that single-handedly killed the Rayman franchise. I'm actually serious, this game came out 5 years ago, and we have not heard a peep from Rayman ever since. God only knows why, because Rayman Legends is one of the best 2D platformers you will ever get your hands on. Funnily enough, just last week I made a follow-up video to a video I made a year ago, and, well, here I am doing it again. The only other time I've talked about the Rayman games was in this video here, where I argued why I don't really like Rayman Legends music levels, and you can see more of that over on that video. We'll talk about my gripes with the music levels in a bit. Until then, what's the basic gist of Rayman Legends? Well, as you might expect, the core gameplay is pretty simple. Run from left to right, you jump on enemies, and you get to the end of the stage. Rayman doesn't do anything too special with its overarching structure. It's fairly simple, you just get to the end of the stage to unlock the next one. It's in the levels themselves that Rayman really shines. The level design in Rayman Legends strikes a great balance between speed and exploration. There's a great sense of flow most of the time, especially in some of the Murphy levels. See, this game originally was made for the Wii U, so I guess these levels were supposed to have a person on the Wii U gamepad just slapping at stuff on the touchscreen for you, but then I guess they looked in their crystal ball and saw that the Wii U had one foot in the grave and one thumb in its ass, and so they decided to adapt this feature for all platforms, which was smart. Rayman Legends has come out on pretty much every platform imaginable these days, just like every Ubisoft game. Yeah, anyway, with Murphy, you just hit circle and this little green goblin here will do something to help you progress. This escalates effectively from having him move simple platforms to amazing sequences where you're running on walls, attacking enemies, moving platforms, and cutting ropes, all with a tiny margin for error, and it's fun, it's rewarding, and it's hard. Remember that? How, like, games can be hard and stuff? Why does it feel like games that have some actual challenge to excite and engage me are so rare these days? I don't know. I mean, Bloodborne was just a couple months ago, so maybe I'm talking out of my ass here, but whatever. Rayman Legends reminds me a lot of the really good 2D Mario games. You can play them slow and carefully if you want, but it's a lot more fun to run through as fast as possible, and with good timing, any level can be done pretty quick. I would say Rayman Legends gives the player even more encouragement to go fast than Mario usually does. Infinite lives and frequent checkpoints means you're free to play as fast and loose as you want, and I usually do. Though occasionally you will have to slow down for a bit of light exploration. Later worlds only open up once you've collected enough teensies, these little blue thingies, and there's usually a handful to find in every level. They're treated like secrets, but they're actually necessary to progressing, and after a while the secrets will start to feel, well, not really secret anymore, which maybe was the idea. Oh look, 2 walls above me that are perfect wall jumping distance. Wonder if there's anything up there. Oh, would you look at that? Oh, I wonder what could be in this convenient little alcove. Oh look, it is secret. I'm not sure what accent that was supposed to be. Spanish? How easy it is to find secrets later in the game, it's not really a problem so much as it is just a sign that I've probably played this game a little too much. Rayman Legends as a game has a very solid gameplay foundation here. The stuff I just talked about is all really quality. But with that, we'll move on to the 2 things that I don't like about Rayman Legends. I'm only talking about these because I don't have a whole lot other negative to talk about, but I do want to bring up the small gripes I have. These are the menu and the music levels. Okay, it's not really fair to group the music levels in with the menu system, because I don't actively dislike the music levels, I just think they're a little disappointing. I get that they're meant to just be a fun little reward to slap on the end of a world, and they're just supposed to be fun little bonus things that look cool, but they just feel so shallow. Like, the rest of the game is this grueling, intense challenge, sometimes, and the music levels are just so easy and boring. And yeah, all of them, even the last one. Oh, but don't even get me started on the 8-bit versions of these levels. They just give you the same telegraphed, easy, monotonous level, but this time instead of tweaking the level design so maybe they're actually hard, they just put a bunch of shit all over the screen and they call it 8-bit. I mean, imagine playing an easy little adventure game for tiny babies, but someone keeps throwing water in your face and turning off the TV. That's not a challenge, that's just annoying. I really didn't mean to go on a rant there, because like I said, I don't hate the music levels. Okay, I do kind of hate the 8-bit ones, but I have a lot to say about the music levels, and the only other thing I don't really like in Rayman Legends is the menu system. See, you don't just pick levels from a menu or a map screen. Instead, you go in and out of paintings and doors. And it's all cluttered and confusing, and it takes so long to get where you're trying to go. This isn't a problem most of the time because you're just going from level to level, but if you want to go back to a previous area, or let's say you're trying to get back to one of those levels where you unlock new characters, let me walk you through the process. I have to go to the world it's in, jump in the painting, run all the way over to the door with the character on it, go through the door, then jump into another painting, and then I'm playing the level. Why do I gotta do all that? Why isn't there just a simple list of levels? Look, the fact that this is my biggest problem with the game should be evidence enough that Rayman Legends is a fantastic game overall. There's still a lot more good stuff in this game that I didn't even mention. After a while, you start unlocking these miniature speedrun levels, and they're next to every single level in the game. They have a completely new layout made specifically for going fast, and they're so much fun. The entire game can be played with up to 4 people at the same time. There's a fun little multiplayer soccer minigame. There's daily, weekly, and monthly challenges that are still being updated with competitive leaderboards. Tons of characters to play as, though they're all functionally the same, and I always just play as Pirate Assassin Rayman. And Legends contains over 2/3 of Rayman Origins in it. 2/3! That's like slightly more than half. Rayman Legends is, simply put, one of the best 2D platformers I've ever played. Right up there with Sonic 3, Shovel Knight, and Bubsy 2 the Bubsning. Woof! What a classic that one is. Rayman Legends gets a plus for sure, and even if it's not free anymore and you're watching this later and you somehow haven't played Rayman Legends, I 100% recommend it at pretty much any price. It has been ported to basically every console. There was a relatively recent Nintendo Switch port. It's totally worth it. But that is going to do it for this video. I'm curious what all of you thought of Rayman Legends. I would be astonished if anyone played this game and somehow didn't like it. And join me next time where I will be looking at the remaining PS Plus free games for May. Beyond Two Souls and King Oddball. Anyway, I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.